I'm so happy that you are in the driver's seat of your own learning and that you are checking in for our little fraction review. It's going to be quick, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be exactly what we need as we head into this week. So here we go. Okay, my people, we are going to do a couple problems here. The first one is going to be comparing some fractions. And we can think about this in a few different ways, of course. As we're looking at these two fractions, 7/8 and 1/4, we're trying to figure out which is bigger. And we can think about this in a lot of different ways. I'm thinking, 7/8 is pretty close to 8/8. You know that if I just add 1/8 to 7/8, I'm going to be at 8/8. And I know that 8/8 is just a fancy version of whole number 1. So that's kind of where my mind is going. Now I'm looking at 1/4. 1/4 is not very close to 4/4, am I right? So this is like, they're not very close. I'm thinking, well, if you subtract 1/4 from 1/4, you're gonna get 0. So this one we could round down to 0. This one we can round up to 1 whole. So I'm gonna put my prediction in purple. I'm thinking that 7/8 is larger than 1/4. But I just want to be 100% sure. I want to be 100% confident. So, my friends, you can probably see what I'm drawing. In order to be confident, I'm going to dig out the Super Duper Fraction Comparison Machine 2000. So, top floor, we're looking at 7/8. Bottom floor, do that one in red, we're looking at 1/4. Let's go ahead and make a model of each of these and check to see if our prediction was correct. So 7/8, in order to model that on the top floor, how many chunks, I'm thinking about Chris and his awesome modeling so far. Chris, I know that you're thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna have to slice that into 8 equal pieces. And I'm imagining Evie shaking her head saying, yeah, 8 equal pieces. Nice job, my friends. So I've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cut into, I would say, 8 pretty nice equal pieces. And who can help me? Maybe Alex? Alex, are you thinking, okay, if we're modeling 7/8, Mrs. C, we're going to have to shade in 7 of those boxes, and you would be right, my boy. Boom, boom, boom. Amazing. So we've got 7/8 there. And now the bottom floor, I think Ari's probably reading my mind. She's thinking, hey, Mrs. C, for the bottom floor, we have to cut the bottom floor into 4 equal pieces. And I think Livia is looking at these pieces and she's thinking, hey, Mrs. C, great job cutting those into equal parts. And now Max is saying, okay, Mrs. C, if you want 1/4, you're going to have to just shade in 1 of those boxes. And now I'm kind of sitting back. Casper's probably really impressed right now. And we're thinking, okay, we thought 7/8 was larger than 1/4. And indeed, my friends, Wally's probably smiling right now because I know he loves fractions as much as I do. Because indeed, we are showing that 7/8 is larger than 1/4. We are geniuses. Aiden is jumping for joy. It's a beautiful thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, my friends, we're going to take a look at one more. We're going to be comparing fractions yet again. And while we're comparing these fractions, I want us to approach these fractions thinking about, is this fraction closer to 0 or closer to 1 whole? We know 3/3 is equal to 1 whole. Is 3/3 close to 1/3? Not really. So this one I'm not guessing. This one I'm using my strategies to say, this one's going to be pretty small. This is going to be really not that close to 1 whole. 2/5. Well, I know 5/5, that was a weird 5, is equal to 1 whole. And 2/5 and 5/5, not really close. So I'm not thinking 2/5 is close to 1 whole either. Now we're looking at 9/10. I know that 10/10 is equal to 1 whole, and 9/10 and 10/10 are fairly close. We just have to add one more tenth to get to 10/10. So I'm thinking that 9/10 is going to be pretty big. So I'm looking and I'm thinking about this before I even start my modeling, just so I can have an idea about these fractions before we get into the work. And it's just kind of good to make these predictions, just like in reading we make predictions. It's just kind of good to think about the numbers, sort of chew on them a little bit before we get going. So we are comparing not one, not two, but 3 fractions. So our Super Duper Fraction Comparison Machine, pretend that's a nice straight line, is going to have 3 levels because we are comparing 3 fractions. So up top, let's see, what color, Mikey? So Mikey would want red. I'm guessing we'll do 1/3 in red. I'm thinking Maria might like this nice green. And then, fabulous. And then maybe Maria would like this blue. We'll do 9/10 at the bottom. Okay, so we are going to model. I'm going to do my very best to cut these rectangles, which are kind of wobbly, I apologize, into equal parts. So our top floor is going to be cut into 1, 2, 3 equal parts because our denominator is 3. And we're going to be shading in one of those so that we can get our eyes on 1/3. You guys are probably thinking what I'm thinking. It's only cut into 3 parts. So those parts are actually pretty big, which you guys know I love a nice big slice of a fraction or a nice big slice of a cake. So that's important. So let's keep our eyes on that as well. Let's go down to 2/5 and think about, okay, so we're modeling fifths. And this one can get a little tricky because, I just want to make sure that we have as equal of pieces as I can do today on this sunny Sunday. I'm kind of eyeballing it. Okay, so we've got 2/5. We've got 5 pretty equal slices, and we are shading in 2 of those because, again, the fraction is 2/5. We've got 2/5 there in green. And then down here, we have 9/10. So you guys are probably thinking, oh my gosh, Mrs. C, you're going to have to do your best to cut this into 10 equal pieces. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try my best here. Okay, so 10 equal pieces. Here we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to draw 8 lines or 9 lines. 6. Oh, dear. 7. Oops. Okay. Sometimes you take a risk and it doesn't work out. I think I'm going to have to make them even tinier. Okay. 10 pieces, I'm going to draw out 9 lines. Let's try that again. We've got 2, 3. Are you counting with me? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I don't like that either. That last one was definitely not going to be even. Okay, my friends, we're on this journey. We're going to get it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 10. I think, my friends, why did I choose 10 as the denominator? Okay, I think we just can do 3 equal sections here and we'll be in business. Okay, is that 10 kind of equal sections? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My friends, I know that these are not equal, but I know that you witnessed me trying my best, and I'm just going to start shading because I think you guys are probably going to see what I'm seeing, and this is what we talked about at the beginning of this one. 9/10 is pretty close to 10/10, which is really close to 1 whole. Can we see that 9/10 is absolutely the largest one? Yes, which checks exactly what we were thinking in the beginning. 1/3 and 2/5 are close. 1/3 is going to be the smallest. You guys can see this one is the smallest, the little baby, and then 2/5 is right in the middle, which is kind of funny because I didn't do this on purpose, but these are in order smallest to largest. That was completely by mistake. My friends, I am really, really proud that you're taking some time on a Sunday to do a little bit of fraction review. I'm really excited that we get to spend another week together, and I'm even more excited to see your sweet smiling faces in the morning. So enjoy the sunshine today. Love you guys a lot, and I'm very proud of you.